Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited because today I get to share our homeschool tour with you. So let's get started. First, let's take a look over here at my beautiful board. And this is like our literacy center. I'm going to go in order of subjects because that's just what makes the most sense to me. So here I have sight words, and this is just a black background. It's not magnetic. I would love it to be magnetic, but we just play sight word games here with these cutesy little unicorns. Over here we have more phonics works here for the girls to work on. So first thing in the morning, they work on phonics and reading, and we will use the board. This space here is low enough for them to be able to write out words. And up here, if we're going through a particular story, I may put like characters from the story here or things like that. Okay, this isn't phonics, but this is our math area on this side of the board. And right now I just have this poster because I'm going to introduce this to them tomorrow, and we're just going to go over the numbers, and then I'm going to take this poster and put it up on the wall somewhere for them to reference. You're going to see when I turn the camera around, it looks like a lot here, but I don't have a lot of anchor charts because I find that it's better to make the anchor charts with your students or with your child. But this is one that I really like, so I thought, let me introduce this to them. Then I'll get this out of the way, and once this comes down, it'll be a place for us to work on math. Now, down here at the bottom, I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm going to come get you and bring you closer. We have our library. Ooh, with our beautiful books here. And they are books about all different subjects: math, science, social studies, etc. So I don't have a humongous library here, and it's because I like to change out books, and you guys already know that. I change out books depending on the season, and actually maybe like every week, every 10 days, I'm changing out books. So I have some really cool books here. These books are amazing. So this is called a Wonder Book, and then there are also some that are called Vox books. Here you go. So this one, you see the little corner, it says Wonder Books right here. And this one is a Vox book. And all they are they're books that read themselves to the children. So if I open it up, and all they need to do is click here to turn it on, and you just teach them this once or twice, and then they know how to do it. Oh, this one is dead. It must have been a popular one. So also, like, this is there's a speaker here, but you can also plug in headphones. And so this headphone jack is the same jack you use to charge it. So that one's obviously not charged, but maybe this Wonder Book is. I kind of actually like the Wonder Books better because they're a little more child friendly. See how big this is here? Sometimes you have to wait. Oh, yep, green light came on.
You are in
Listen.
mode. If you want to listen to this book, slide the mode switch to the left.
Okay, so read mode here is like they'll just straight read the book to you. It has a little like magical sound to tell you when to turn the page. And then learning mode is really cool because it asks them questions. And I didn't even know about learning mode. And my daughter was sitting here reading, and she's like, yes, I do like princesses. And I was like, who is she talking to? So the book talks to them. It's really, really cool. I got these from our local library. And so if your library doesn't carry them, I would just ask that they look into carrying them. Our library is amazing. They have a bunch of them. So let's move on. Oh, here, let's just stay here since we're already here at our calendar / whatever wall. So as you can see, I don't have my calendar filled in yet, and that's because I'm going to fill it in with the girls tomorrow when we start. But we've got the typical things a calendar should have: what the season is, what the weather is. Let's say that it's rainy outside. They'd take this. I need to put a little magnetic strip on the back of it. Okay, the weather is rainy. Now we know. So these get stored here, and then down here we'd put the numbers. And so then I just have this anchor chart up because I just found it randomly, and I just thought, oh, this will be a nice visual. It's not really for the words, but it's for the visual. We also have this chart that talks about yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Actually, all of this that I just pointed out, I didn't pay for any of this. We have a free teachers swap store here in Baltimore, and it's for teachers, it's for educators, the general public. So don't think you need to go out and spend a bunch of money on this stuff. Take your time and wait to find it for free or cheap. Okay, so up from here, this is kind of like this really cool chalkboardy type thing, and it's not a real chalkboard, but you write on it with the little fake looking chalkboard markers. And right now we just have some activity that we were working on, but we're going to use this for just whatever we happen to be doing. I did pay for this little cute poster because it's so cute. Other people matter. And actually, so this poster and this border here was made by the same teacher turned entrepreneur, and so I will link her stuff in the description box below. So let's look up here. I really love this alphabet because you see the pictures. What do you notice about the pictures on this alphabet? Yes, they're all real things. So our E is for elephant, our F is for fish, and there's an actual real picture of an actual fish. And I really prefer these over any other type. Some of them aren't really the best for teaching. They will teach the sound and the kids will get it, but I feel like this goes a step further because it gives them a higher vocabulary. For example, if I were to give them the Sesame Street alphabet and it's E is for Elmo, C is for Cookie Monster, that really doesn't expand their vocabulary. The very first thing that P-Way said after I put this up was, hey, what is this? What's that animal that is over the O? And then I realized, oh, she doesn't know what an ostrich is. Oh, it's O for an ostrich. So it's a real learning tool as opposed to O being for some cartoon or something like that. That's not real. So I highly recommend if you're going to do an alphabet wall, do it with things that are actually real. Going along with that, I have several other displays of alphabet around the room. So one of them is here below the window. And so as you can see, I just hand wrote the letters and the numbers and some words that they need to know. And what it does, it's just very good for kids to reference. A P-Way and a Must-Say, they reference this all the time. Another place I have it is here on their desk. So let's take a look at their desk. And this was also free. And I have a bunch of these left over weirdly. So, same thing. Okay, so here on their desk, and this stuff is not going to stay on their desk, but they have this little container. And so in this container, I have headphones for each one of them. And that's for them to use the Vox books and also their launch pads. And then here, I will also put other day relevant materials in these things. So for example, if we're doing a project and they need to be working with, let's say, I don't know, some slime or some, arts and crafts type things, I will put it in here. Or if there are some flashcards that each are going to go over or hold up, I will put them in here. So that's why I have these here. I'm not going to keep them on their desk. Actually, it's actually going to go next to their desk. And then obviously here we have their drawing and writing journals. These are actually really good, and in my opinion, better than composition notebooks because they have this area for them to draw, and that's really what writing is about in pre-K and definitely beginning of K as well. Okay, and so here, these are just two little, you've heard them. They're these little buzzer things that I use for my older kids, my 5th graders, when I was teaching. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know there was this huge story with this desk, okay? Like a way too big of a story with this desk. And I couldn't find these. They had some other ones, but nah, I really wanted these chairs. So I just went ahead and splurged on these chairs. Underneath their desk, next to their desk, whatever, I have this bin. And so this is what's in this bin at the moment. We have scissors, glue stick, can you see the pencil? Crayons, and the fat pencils. So I also have their math books here, and I'm using McGraw-Hill My Math. I really like it. I'm going to show you what else is here on their desk. Is their yellow folder, and in this yellow folder just contains their Bible activities and if I have some math activity that I pull out that I want them to do. We're in like week 1 in the beginning. Yeah, so this isn't very Eurocentric in terms of the images. The people are kind of tan, so I definitely feel like they are making an effort to try to reach all kids. And then another one that I supplement with has the characters in the Bible as like all different colors. So like Adam and Eve might be black and then Moses might be white, you know, so that's really cool. I'm still looking for a African American Bible or multicultural Bible. I've seen a few on Amazon, but they honestly did not look that good and they weren't really for toddlers. So if I don't find one, I'm just going to create one and order like a custom one to have sent to my house. And I do a Bible verse of the week. As Christians, the Bible teaches us to hide God's word in our heart, right? To memorize the Bible, to be thinking about the word of God every day so that when you're in a situation that is not the best situation, right? Or where you need strength, you can pull on those words from the Bible. So I definitely want to make sure that my children are able to pull on the Bible, pull on God's word in those times where they have to make decisions about whether to do the right thing or the wrong thing. And you definitely have to start at this age. So every single day, come in. This one says, Noah did all that God commanded him. But I love that they also have multicultural characters on this website. This Noah was a little tan, so I just, shaded him in a little bit. Can you see him shaded in a little bit? And as you can see, we're learning about days of creation. So we have day 1, God said, let there be light, etc. Okay, so this is the science, social studies, arts area. And as you can see, it's pretty bare right now. And again, as we go through the year, we're going to be adding up work that we've created together to these walls. So a lot of the walls are white for a reason. This is how it should be when you first start off. I do have the map of the world and the map of the United States of America. And again, I like to keep these low down on a child's level so they can reference it. So that if we're over here reading a book about a little girl from Japan who immigrated to America, I can say, okay, let's take a look at Japan here. They can touch it. And let's say, like, how long did it take her to get to America? And so then up above us is where I'll put just straight up pictures or things that they've done. So and this is just like a little reading nook. Doesn't need to be anything fancy for them to just curl up with a book here. So this doesn't look very pretty, but once we fill the wall and once we get some more advanced art projects going, it's gonna look amazing. The next thing I want to show you is the bin where I keep all of our supplies. So this is the math manipulatives or just / math stuff that we need for math, Unifix cubes, good for counting, and then we have these boards to practice writing. This is a dominoes set, which is also on loan to us from our library. Over here, we have puzzles. Look at this. You guys have probably heard of this company. If not, I'll definitely link it in the description box below. I think they have backpacks and lunch boxes too, but it's a really nice, really great puzzle. Amase loves putting this thing together. And then we just have other, flashcards here. And I have Bob books for them to read. These are books that they can read independently on their own. Here is kind of our music section, and these bells are also on loan from the library. These I did purchase, this recorder, and these rhythm sticks. And then I have here DVDs that they can put in that are rated NR, which I don't know why it says that, but also rated Y. So much better in my opinion than hopping on YouTube because I know exactly what's on those DVDs. All right, moving down here is our treasure box. Yeah, so this is the treasure box, and these are also all free things that I got from that teacher supply shop. You can also just collect free things as you go around, like my dentist office has these. So they're just little sunglasses. This is some sort of straw that makes noise. And then we've got stickers. And in the science box, I got these super cute little kid goggles. Aren't they so cute? Also free. Magnifying glass. I have beakers somewhere else because they are made of glass, and these little droppers. And then our KiwiCo box. If you saw my last video, you saw that we used KiwiCo for our science, and it takes a load off, honestly. It really does. Okay, down here we have art supplies. And then we've got some tissue paper, some little sponges to do with the art, and glue all. Over here, I forgot to show you, this is part of math, but we just have a number line chart, and the girls absolutely love this. I love this because we count by tens, we count by ones, we count by fives, and this again is low enough on their level that they come and they play with this by themselves, and they mimic the games that we've done. Now here is another one of my favorite things from my local library, and I keep this kind of just tucked away here. So this is the Little Mouse, the Red Ripe Strawberry, and the Big Hungry Bear. And so also in this container comes with these little characters already ready to go that you can Velcro onto a wall or something that you're using. It's got, you know, the little teacher's guide, and they tell you what to do with it. I've got a couple other books that are related to bears, and we've got Asian Dreamland in here. In my kitchen area, I've got my Cricut machine here, which is used to make cutouts, and I've got basically everything I don't want them to touch, like these special stickers, markers, all the extra crayons are up here, and yeah, staples and things like that. So I keep that just completely out of the way because it's just such a mess. If they get into it, it's just like such a complete mess. I also have this stove, which is their toy that they play with anyway, but just a little tidbit, you are able to get these little food things from the library. Lastly, I have this shelf from IKEA that I also use to organize our stuff. And so this column generally is stuff that the kids can open and use. This column is like mommy stuff, off limits, and then over here we just have another music supply, and I'm going to put jump ropes and gym stuff like that there. So let's just go through real quick. And here we have Magnetiles, and here have more card games, Go Fish, Landmarks. And here are their launch pads. A lot of you asked about, like, where did I get this from? You can buy them, but they're really not, I don't think they were designed for individual people to buy because they're like $120 each, and it's like each one is its own program. So like maybe within a couple weeks the child will finish the program. It's really meant as something for libraries and schools to buy to rent out to you. So that is that. Here's the Kumon drawer, and they can take this stuff out anytime and practice Kumon, and I also sometimes assign it to them. Where I keep the iPad for them to do their Bible lessons. Up here's my Laminator, which I keep right there because I use it a lot. And now, like I said, this is mostly teacher mommy stuff. Down here I have felt, which I use a lot. Here I have colored paper, which if you just have a black and white printer, using colored paper is like amazing. A really good cheap alternative. And here I have my homeschool planner and like lesson plans if I'm going to even look at them. Up here I have these lesson plans I actually do look at for writing. I'm pretty sure I showed you guys this in my last video as well, but I love Lucy Calkins. I love her theories on teaching and learning, and so I use her, or I guess their writing curriculum. It's really, really, really amazing. Highly recommend it. I would love to like show you guys a writing lesson sometimes with this book, and I would also recommend, she co-authored this with a few other people, Pathways to the Common Core. It tells you a lot about Common Core, and like it will really challenge your thoughts on Common Core. So I would definitely take a read at that. So I think that's it. Is there anything else? No. So yeah, that's it. I hope you guys have really enjoyed this video. I know it was a longer one, a real detailed one, but I felt like I need to show you everything that I do so that you have some context over the next few weeks and months and years as I show you how I'm teaching my girls. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to leave a comment, head on over to my Instagram page or head on over to the community tab. Thank you guys for watching.